Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. If you are here from Anchor, thank you so much for checking this out. I really appreciate it. If you don't follow me on Anchor, thank you as well for checking out the station. I have no idea how you found me, but I'm glad you're here. For those of you that don't know what Anchor is, it's a podcasting platform, and on that app, I asked my listeners to call in with their favorite superhero, tell me who their favorite superhero was, and I said that I would go ahead and get the latest latest issue of whatever comic book that superhero is from and give it a review. Uh, I did that because I'm a big fan of superheroes and comic books, and comic book reviews are something that I've been wanting to do for a really long time, and so I thought this was a good way for me to start it off. Um, so uh, that is what this channel, how this channel got started, I guess. Um, Today I'm going to be going through my collection of Christian comic books and graphic novels because I kind of want to. Uh, this is kind of going to be a practice video, and once I get this one done, I'll go back and see what I liked about it, what I didn't like about it, so that when I do the reviews on the superhero comic books, I can have a little bit more of a, I guess, structure. So let's get into it, starting with the Action Bible, obviously. Um, I think I would consider this the most popular Christian graphic novel out there. Uh, a lot of Christian kids have gotten this. I got this for Christmas one year, and so yeah, this is a very cool book. It takes, uh, the most popular stories in the Bible, most important ones, and they turned it into a comic book, a really, really big comic book, a graphic novel. So that is really cool. It has great art. They did really well at adapting the story so that it all made sense, and the lines of all the characters are really well written. So it's just an awesome book, and I've had a lot of fun reading this. And for kids that have a harder time focusing when they read the Bible, this is a really great resource because there's pictures and it's a comic book, so it's faster paced, and it's just really good for those kids that might have a harder time focusing when they're trying to read the Bible. So it's good for that too. Here's the story of David and Goliath. Awesome art, awesome storytelling. The guy that did this, Sergio Cariello, I think I'm pronouncing that right. He has written for Marvel and DC, which is so cool that somebody that's worked on superhero books is a Christian and wanted to spend his time making the Bible accessible to younger kids, or people that really like comic books. His most recent work has been on Lois and Clark, and that series came out last year. So he's still writing comic books and drawing comic books. I think he's mainly an artist, but I think he did the adaptation, the writing for this too, because I don't. Yeah, illustrations by Sergio Cariello and general editor Doug Moss. So maybe he did the writing. I'm not exactly sure. It's not very clear. Anyway, but yeah, so that is the first graphic novel in my Christian comic book collection. I also have the devotional companion that goes with the Action Bible. So obviously this isn't as big as the Action Bible, but it's still really cool, and it takes the most popular stories and does little devotions on them. Or I guess I shouldn't say popular, but the stories with the most importance and stories that are really good for devotions, they take and they they give you a little section out of the Action Bible, and then there's your little devotion. So points out the key verse, and then kind of gets into it further. So with X-ray vision, looking into it further, and this is how you can apply it to your life, the lesson to your life. What you can learn from the story, and then this is how you applied it to your life and everything like that. So you can write that down there. As you can see, I haven't written anything. I typically don't like to write in anything besides like a subject notebook. I just think I don't know, I don't like ruining things. I like things to be nice and pretty. So that's why I never really write in these types of things. But hey, if you want to, go for it. So yeah, that's just a cool little companion written by Jeremy V. Jones, and he does a great job giving thoughtful devotions on the different stories found throughout the Bible. So if you want to pick that up, that's really cool as well. So one thing that I did want to talk about with the Action Bible, they came out with the Action Bible, the New Testament, and I don't want to say they were sneaky, but they didn't make it very clear that is just a condensed version of the Action Bible. Or I guess it's, they took a part out of the Action Bible and just turned it into the New Testament. So the Action Bible has stories from the Old and New Testament. Let's see. Yeah, so here's the New Testament, and so if you go and buy the condensed New Testament book, all you're going to be getting is everything that's already in the Action Bible. It's not like there's anything added. It's just all collected, and the New Testament is just collected by itself. So I guess if you didn't want to buy the entire Action Bible, you can just get the New Testament, and it has everything from the New Testament that's in this one. So when I was looking at it, I thought they might have added something, and so I was considering buying it, but thankfully I found, I looked up the reviews, and they said, yeah, it's just what's already in the Action Bible, just the New Testament. So you don't need that one if you have the Action Bible. So that is something I thought was worth sharing, because I didn't know that until I found a review. So if you have the Action Bible, you don't need to buy the New Testament collected edition. If you want the New Testament by itself, then sure, go for it. But don't think that you're going to be getting anything new or anything additional than what's in the Action Bible if you buy the New Testament of the Action Bible. Okay, so that is that. And moving on, I've had this thing for years. This is the Adventures in Odyssey Bible, and the reason I'm including this in this video is because they do have little comics scattered throughout, and so I guess it kind of counts. But yeah, I've had this thing for ages, so it's not really in the best of shape, but it is pretty cool. Let's see, it's the International Children's Bible translation, so if you're somebody that likes to know about the translations, this is the International Children's Bible. So the comics are just fun little lessons to read. I probably read these more than I read the actual Bible when I was a kid, but they have the characters from the Adventures in Odyssey cartoons. There you have Mr. Whitaker. I think this kid's name is Dylan. Yeah, Dylan. See, I have a good memory. But yeah, from the Adventures in Odyssey cartoon shows from the late 90s, early 2000s. So yeah, they're just fun little comics, and they don't really have anything to do with like the verses that they are around. Some of them do, like this one. It's right here in Corinthians, and this is well, there you go. This is Corinthians. This is Chronicles. So it doesn't really have anything to do with the passages that it's put around, but they are based on different verses in the Bible. But like another example, see, this one is based on Acts. Well, it's put in the book of Judges. I don't know why they didn't, put them by that verse. I guess they just ran out of room or something. So anyway, just wanted to show you guys that really quick. I think they still sell these. I don't know. I haven't looked for them or anything, but I'm sure they do. And if not, I'm sure you could always get it on eBay. So just wanted to show that to you guys real quick. And lastly is my collection of Captain Absolutely stories found in Clubhouse magazines. So here we go. This is actually cool because this is the first issue of Clubhouse magazine that featured a Captain Absolutely comic book in the back. So I feel pretty proud to have this one. So yeah, it's the Captain Absolutely comics are fun little comics based on different verses. Captain Absolutely uses scripture to defeat his enemies, like I think one of his villains is like Dr. Relativity or something.